So last month I got back from an epic 2-week trip to Peru to end a 5-month adventure in South America. So in this video, I'm going to be telling you my 2-week itinerary in Peru. We flew into Lima from Chile and we got there at night. We went to our hostel, which was a party hostel, as many are in Lima. I personally only spent 1 night in Lima. We had kind of a tight schedule, so we could only be there for 1 night. So day 2 in Peru. We took a bus from Lima to a city called Ica, which is a stepping point to Huacachina, where the sand dune oasis is. But Huacachina is only about 10 minutes away in taxi, and the taxis are like dirt cheap in Peru. So it was way cheaper for us to actually stay in Ica, which ended up being the best decision ever. It was like complete chaos, but so fun. There were street vendors, so much food you could eat. It was really dirt cheap. There was a nice mall. Just a lot of local Peruvian culture that I would recommend to anyone. So if you go to Huacachina, I would stay in Ica instead of Huacachina to get a real Peruvian experience, opposed to Huacachina, which is a very touristy experience. On the 4th night in Peru, we left Ica on an overnight bus to Arequipa. Arequipa is the city which is right by Colca Canyon, which is a really popular tourist destination in Peru. Arequipa was gorgeous, really amazing. Almost all the hostels there have some kind of rooftop, so get one with a rooftop because you will not regret it. So in Arequipa, you will want to do a day tour to Colca Canyon. However, the day tour is kind of rough. Let's just say altitude sickness was up there. The bus ride was super long. I kind of felt like death, okay? But it was definitely worth it to see the views. If you have more time, I would say that you should do like a longer trip to Colca Canyon, maybe like go trekking for a day or two, because day trip is kind of a lot. After Arequipa, we took a 6-hour bus to Puno, which is the city by Lake Titicaca. One day in Puno, we went on a boat tour around Lake Titicaca and to a few islands. So we saw local culture, we saw the lake, we just hung out on the boat, which was fun. It was another long tour day, and usually I'm not a fan of long tour days, but in Peru, that's kind of the only way to see some of this stuff. After Puno, we were nearing the end of our trip, but still had to go to Machu Picchu, which is like the major attraction in Peru. We took another overnight bus to Cusco from Puno. We spent about 5 days in Cusco, including our trip to Machu Picchu. If you do take the train to Machu Picchu, you can probably do it in quicker time, but we decided that we wanted to do it with the cheaper way, so it took like an extra day. However, Cusco is really an amazing city. I would definitely recommend spending a few days there, just eating the street food, going to the market and getting a fresh juice. Really, Cusco kind of exemplifies Peru, and I really love it as a city. On our last day in Peru, we opted for a flight from Cusco to Lima because the alternative was like a 21-hour bus ride, and we did not want to do that after 2 weeks of traveling. So I'd recommend flying, and then we flew home. So after Lima, Ica, Huacachina, Arequipa, Colca Canyon, Puno, Lake Titicaca, Cusco, Machu Picchu, Aguas Calientes, Hidroelectrica, Lima, that was an amazing trip in 2 weeks, and that was our itinerary. If you're planning a trip to Peru, I would definitely recommend this itinerary. A few things I would change if I had more time would be to go to Rainbow Mountain. So maybe if I had an extra day or two. If you are on limited time and needed to skip anything, I think I would probably have skipped Lake Titicaca, just because I feel like that's a big region and you could explore more if you had more time. But other than that, I thought our 2-week itinerary was really good and I would definitely recommend it. If you have any questions, just leave a comment below and I will definitely answer. If you want to see more videos about Peru, Peru travel, South America travel, Asia travel, anything travel, just subscribe to me below and like this video. Yeah, I'd love to hear about your trip, if you have been to Peru or if you're planning something, so just let me know. Thanks. Bye.